All right, everyone. Thank you and welcome to another edition of Friday Night Forex and Chill with Guinevere. It is Friday, June 14, 2019, and I am super, super, super excited to welcome a great friend of mine. He started off as a mentor and a fellow trader, and he's become a friend, someone that I trade with on a daily basis. He's a highly successful trader. At the age of 29, he was able to not only retire himself after less than a year in the market, but he was able to retire the woman nearest and dearest to his heart, and that's his mother. So I would like to welcome Mr. Clint Millien from New York. Y'all going to pick that up in his accent. As soon as he starts talking, we're going to switch in from my North Carolina twang to his city slicker twang. And so I welcome you, my dear friend, Clint Millien.
Hey Gigi, what's going on? What's going on, man? Thank you for having me on. It's a blessing when somebody invites me to their platform. I don't take it for granted because we're very careful who we let in our inner circle and who we let speak on our platform. Because these was about 156 people on tonight. Mine is me, you, so about 154, ready to learn, and I'm pretty sure these people love and trust you for the great leader that you are. So thank you for allowing me on. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And I thought it would only do justice to let one of your greatest students, Mr. Grant Robin, ask you a few questions before you get started tonight. And I'm going to mute myself.
Who's Grant, man?
Who's that? Who's that?
Grant. Is that Grant Cardone you said?
We got Miami in the
working on
house, New York in the house, North Cackalack in the house. We got people from all over the world here.
Man. You brought Grant Cardone to talk to me? Oh,
Uncle G.
Yo, Grant, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, sir? How are you, man?
Oh, don't call me sir. You're making me sound old, man.
Big bro, what's up, mister? See, I want to let some people know that me and Clint go back a ways, and we have a really good relationship. He is my mentor of mentors. He is from a long line of GOATs when it comes to Forex trading. And as you all know, GOAT stands for greatest of all time. So he is a consummate professional. He is kind, very patient, and very knowledgeable. So if you don't have your pens and pencils and notebooks out, now would be a good time to get it. Because if you don't take notes, you can miss quite a bit of the nuggets that he's got to offer. But Clint, I wanted to start off with a couple of questions to let the people know, what Clint Millien's all about. So my first question for you is with regard to your background prior to Forex, what was going on before you got into Forex and into IML?
Oh man, I was just a knucklehead, Grant. What part do you want? The knucklehead, Clint?
Well, not so much that, but maybe what led up to you getting into Forex and IML.
Okay. So you want to know the Clint that got his mind right, Clint, leading into IML. Perfect, no problem. So, well, a little bit about me. Obviously, I was born and raised in Brooklyn. Bounced around a lot as a child. Regular stuff. I grew up in I can't even say single parent home because it was basically my grandmother and my uncle that practically raised me, right? And then they did everything they had to do to make sure. One thing, we was poor, right? But as a child, I didn't realize how poor we was because I always went to sleep without being hungry. Does that make sense to everybody like that? Does any parents that does that now or know any parents that does that where you don't even know how poor you are because your parents made the necessary sacrifices, right? To basically get you going and everything like that. So fast forward time, before I got into IML, I was in a previous company. Everybody heard about Amway?
Yep.
Anybody know about Amway?
Yes.
Amway? Yeah. The Amway Arena in Orlando.
Yes.
All that good stuff.
Yes.
I'm not plugging in Amway right now. I just want to make sure everybody knows it, right? So, fast forward time, when I was 24, I believe, yes, 2014. How the hell old was I? I think I was 24 going into 25 in 2014, right? That's when I met my first millionaire mentor. So basically what happened was my good friend Dayton, He ran a company where, you know, everybody know what a foreclosed home is.
Yep.
Yep. So a foreclosed home, his company was basically in charge of when the home goes to foreclosure, to go in there, clean it up, get a bank ready. And guess who was on the ground floor having to clean these homes up? Me and my crew, right? So we was in his car, and then when we was in his car, he was driving, he was playing a CD. And the CD, the lifestyle the guy was saying he was living was amazing, right? And it was me and 5 of my friends in the car. And I basically asked, I'm the only one that asked in that car, hey, what is this about? Why are you listening to this? Who is this guy? He said, listen, man, I know him personally. He's a good friend of mine. I just listen to him on a daily basis, give me motivation so I can know where I'm going in life. So if you're truly interested, you could come down and say, bro, I work for you. Can I have the day off? Because if I'm going to meet somebody of that caliber, I didn't have a haircut. So I said, I need to get a haircut, need to dust off my only black suit that we use for funeral, weddings, any occasion. Any man in there has that black suit in the closet? Will we dust it off for any and all occasions? Funeral, we good. Weddings, we good. Interviews, we good. We was good for it all, yes? I guess I was the only one with that black suit. I'm sorry. Jeez. Y'all making me look bad, man. Yeah, so, you know, so fast forward time. I went to the meeting. I was blown away that I met a 26-year-old man living the best life that you could possibly dream of. And then what caught me, he said he don't even have a job. So wait a minute, you have a beautiful wife. You got 3 killer cars. You live in a mansion. And you don't have a job? How is this? This is possible through that? Because if y'all grew up the way I grew up was go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a good job, pay off your debt, get more debt. Everybody knows that system, yes? The 40-40-40 plan. Everybody
Yes. Yes.
I was confined to that too until I met that man. So fast forward time, I met him. He got my mind right. I didn't do so well in the company. I was good at bringing people in, but I didn't do so well in the company. Then I took a step away. Reason why, I don't like to waste people's time. So with me, I'm my biggest critic. So I didn't want to, I'm like all the time like, dang, I'm not really producing the way I'm supposed to. So you know what? Let me step away. Then when I'm ready, I'll come back. So I got my mind right. I read a lot of books. I applied a lot of the stuff that he taught me to get my mental correct. Everybody, one thing I'll say, your mental and anything that you do is very important, especially in trading, right? Fast forward time, I was about to get back into Amway in the year 2017, going into 18, but a good friend of mine was posting up little, what's that thing? Oh, profits on his Instagram story. Everybody know what Instagram stories is, right?
Yep.
Yep, he was posting like little profits on, I believe it was Instagram stories, but definitely on Instagram. That's when I was seeing. I said, wait a minute. He's consistently posting $50. So what are you saying? It felt good to wake up to $50. Me, in my head, I put 2 and 2 together. I said, wait a minute. He was sleeping while he made $50. So imagine how much money I can make if I'm awake, right? A lot of people don't get excited for $50, but I did the math. I said 50 times 5 equals what, guys? $250 a week, yes? $250 times 4 weeks give you what? An extra $1,000 a month. 1,000 times 12 give you what? An extra $12,000 a year. So me, I worked in the restaurant business. I was like manager there, shift leaders, all that. You know, I did pretty good in that industry. I said, wait a minute, I can't walk into my manager and say, hey, I need a $12,000 raise. They're going to ask for a list of stuff that I need to do and stuff like that. But here, I could just do whatever he is doing. I didn't know what he was doing. Whatever the hell he's doing, I could just do the same thing and give myself an extra $12,000 raise while I'm sleeping. That caught my attention immediately. I know any of you guys, if your manager, your boss, your supervisor walked into you and say, listen, we're going to give you a $12,000 raise on top of what you're doing, you will go to church and say, thank you, Jesus. I knew you've always been listening to me. Am I lying?
No,
No, you're not lying.
Oh, nobody will go to church. Jesus Christ. I'm talking to the wrong crowd. Gigi, who you got me around?
No. We go to church.
You got me around. Satan
Looks like
tonight.
I need to pass the plate.
Who you got me around today? Nobody would go to church and think for that. Well, at least if you're not going to go to church, you're going to praise the Lord from your house, right? Yeah, at least, right?
Right.
Yeah, so fast forward time. I hit him up immediately. And then the one thing I said, excuse me, I said, what is this? What we doing? We scamming? This is legit. What are we doing out here, man? That you can consistently wake up to $50 while you sleep. Because if everybody know Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Who here want to work until they die? Raise their hand, please. Let me see who I'm talking to tonight. Gigi, can you tell me how many people raised their hand?
Not me.
I see them. I don't see any hands raised right now, brother.
Nobody? Maybe I need to say it loud for the people that could hear me in the back. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Who here wants to work until they die? So the people in the back can hear me as well? Nobody raising their hands? All right, great. So then I talked to my friend, obviously. He said, listen, bro, if you're serious, just meet up with me. I got up immediately, met up with him. And then with me, he drew a few circles on a piece of paper. That caught me immediately. The reason why, because he simply said, listen, if you can help 12 people, not you, you don't have to directly bring 12 people in, but if you can help 12 people attached to this platform to see a way that they can change their lives, then the company will give you $600 a month. I said, what? $600 a month? And my last company, right, when I had way more than 12 people on my team, I ain't see $600 for my whole career there. So you're telling me here, I could just bring 12 people, $600? Here's my debit card, sign me up. And then I got into IML, and then, God, Grant, you can ask another question. If you want to know my blown accounts and stuff like that, I could keep going.
Yeah, how much you blow your first account for, Clint?
You said how much did I blow my account by?
Yeah.
My first account, $2,000 I blew my first account. $2,000.
Wow, I'm upset I lost $200.
$2,000 I blew. That was my first account I blew. Because I said if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. So being like y'all want to ask about my blown accounts and everything, let me tell you my journey got me to the place where I'm at today.
Yes, please.
Point blank simple, man. Long story short, because a lot of people heard me tell the story before, was in December I got enrolled into IML, right? And then when I first got started, I was a professional signal taker. Anybody here's a professional signal taker? No, maybe, sometimes, not too often. Well, me, I was a professional signal taker. I was following a good friend of mine, very good at trading. One night he made about $15,000 and he took the rest of the month off. So I was personally waking up, trying to duplicate everything that he was doing. It was not working. Make sense? So I was buying red candles, selling green candles. I was all over the place. I didn't know if I needed the cat's 10 pips or cat's 2 pips. Make sense? I was going lost. And then obviously in that process, I blew a few accounts, stuff like that, because I was a very aggressive person. And then I met my mentor, which I've been following on IML TV. Everybody should know him, Stevenson Lindor. To me, he's the Michael Jordan, and I'm Kobe. If we want to compare us, right? Everybody know the remix is better. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell him I said that. And then I linked up with him. He took me underneath the wing. And from there, it's been murder, she wrote. And then in March of 2018, I was able to retire myself. Then a few months later, I was able to walk in and tell my mom, listen, I need you to do me the biggest favor in the world. She said, what's that, honey? What food do you want? I said, no, it's not even about food today, Mom. I need you to call your supervisor and tell them you would never, ever go back to work again. If I can take that moment and bottle it up for the tears that came down her eyes, the emotions she expressed, that's my greatest accomplishment ever.
Ooh, I got chills.
So anybody here they want to retire?
Yes.
You know
Yes.
you do.
Yes.
Hell
and
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so in March I was able to retire. What month are we in? What year are we in now?
2019.
June 19.
2019. So I have not worked a job since March of 2018. That's the last time I worked a job.
Everybody just got silent.
Okay. Any more questions for me, or we get into the charts?
I got some more questions, just a couple more. And so we have a bit of your background and a bit of how you've gotten to this point. I was curious, what are your goals and plans for the future?
Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful question. So now the next person on my list to retire is my beautiful wife. Me and her was just talking about it the other day. Her goals are so big. She wants me to make basically like $55,000 a minute for her to retire. She just loves working. I told her, babe, you can retire now, but she always said, nah, babe, you know what? I don't want to retire now because I'm thinking about even future generations. Because, am I allowed to talk freely, Gigi, on this network? Is it, what rating is this?
Yeah, this is ForexNChill. It's after dark. Go right ahead.
Okay, because lately we've been practicing on our baby making skills. Because she says she wants a baby now. Stop laughing. So that's why she was like, hey, listen, let's make some more money so we can stash away for our kids and stuff like that. Make sense? And then I'll retire myself. So
sounds like a smart woman, Clint.
She can retire now if she want, but she swear to God she rather just work. And then she always say, hey, baby, what am I going to do if I retire now? I said, we can practice on making babies. No, don't say it out loud, everybody, right? There's plenty of stuff we can do, right? But yeah, she's just a hardworking woman. So that's one of my goals. Another thing, when I'm 35, I want to start touring the world and being known. Right now, I'm known as one of the greatest investors. To my peers and stuff like that, I'm well respected. But I also want to get into the lane of motivational speaking because I feel I'm great at motivating others. At 35, I really want to start that tour of, my motivational speaking tour, stuff like that. So hopefully y'all be front and center when I come to a city near you guys. And then I have a current project I'm currently working on when I'm training children between the age of 15 and 19 for free. And my goal with them, with 4 years of me, it would be equivalent to 4 years of college, that help some of them crack their first $1 million. So that's like one of my goals that I'm currently working on right
That's
now.
awesome. I believe you'll be very successful, and so will they. Now, one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, big bro. So do you have any advice for anyone that's new considering joining IML with the person who invited them here tonight?
Okay, for IML. Okay, perfect. Got you. So if you're on the fence for IML, right? If you're brand new, you never seen Forex in a day of life. When my friends telling me about Forex, I thought he was talking about like a new transformer or something. I'm like, Forex? I never heard that transformer before. Anybody heard that transformer?
No.
Not at all, right? That's why I was so confused, right? Long story short, this is a $5.3 trillion a day industry, right? Who here have ever made $5.3 trillion in their life? Anyone? Nobody raising their hand?
Crickets.
No, right? Who here can fathom what $5.3 trillion a day is? Can you truly fathom that when you really sit down and think about it?
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all, right? Think about it. Think about it, right? In our world, we know billionaires. Yes? Yes, that's like the big word now. Billionaire is the word. Like Jay-Z, he just crossed that plateau, right? But we don't really talk about trillions. Think about how much zeros is in a trillion, right? So imagine all that money getting flowed through a day. You cannot fathom that on your own. But IML is a platform that helps you, that breaks it down and gives you mentors. I met my mentor through IML and helps you basically truly understand the market. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Is it going to happen in a year like me? Probably not. Your work ethic may not be like mine. Make sense? But only thing you're supposed to do it part-time, be consistent, put in the necessary work, and follow everything that the person told you to do. Trust me, it's a system in place. Only thing you're doing is plugging into a system that obviously works for a lot of people. Make sense? Plug into a system and get right. Give yourself a commitment of at least 18 months before you judge anything. 18 months, then you start judging. Hey, what can I do? What did I do wrong? Or hey, what's some of the stuff I'm doing right? And then you just keep growing and growing. This is a skill set that's going to free your family. This is a skill set that you're learning. Make sense? So IML, I have nothing but great things to say about it. Beautiful platform. You have live education, pre-recorded education, and they have amazing products that helps you earn while you learn. Make sense?
It's huge. Thank you very much, Clint. Thank you so much for that. And yeah, we would love to go to the next step and see some of those beautiful charts that you do.
Beautiful charts, beautiful charts, beautiful charts. Let's go, man. And guys, if somebody invited you here, right? Or you cannot start sharing while the other participants are sharing. Somebody got to stop sharing that beautiful background. If somebody invited you here, that means they had a lot of respect for you and saw a lot of great things in you, man. Because just like I told Gigi earlier, we don't just let anybody into our circle. Does that make sense? So the least you can do is at least take it serious, and because they really considered you, because they probably went through their phone and skipped a lot of people, saw your name and said, oh, this person's serious. This person may need this opportunity. This person could free their family with this platform. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Guys, y'all know I don't read the chat, so can somebody just help me with that? I don't want nobody left behind. Okay. Okay. So Gigi, what's the level of people, or am I just free to go? Gigi Grant.
You got it. Take the floor.
Am I free to go, or is there a certain level we're playing with?
You're free to go.
Okay. I don't want nobody to be so confused and get scared of this, okay?
Hey guys, and he's going to take us like from beginning to end. So let him at least run through a chart and then go back to your question, because usually he can run through a chart pretty quick and then he'll break it down and explain it.
Okay, matter of fact, we're looking at GJ. Let's get into GJ. Okay, guys, let's get into GJ. Beautiful. Okay, guys, so a little bit about me, my style of trading. I am a swing trader. Basically, I look to stay in the market for big moves, right? Like, I'm not, none against it. I don't look for 10 pips, 20 pips. Everybody here knows that trading is the skill set, but at the end of the day, we are investors. Everybody understands that? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
We are investors, right? We are
investors.
Yeah, we are risking a small percentage of our capital in order to gain ROI. Does everybody know what ROI is?
Return on investment.
Return on investment.
Return on your investment, right? So, does everybody know what's the number one thing you do when you press buy or sell in your trading platform?
Make sure you know you're in the right direction of the market.
No. Don't get technical with me. What's the first thing?
Risking your money.
Say that again. Who just said that? Say that again.
To make profits.
No, not that.
Risking your money.
You're risking your money, right? The moment you press buy or sell, your money is immediately where?
In the market.
At risk. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can agree?
Yes, sir.
So with me, if I'm an investor, right? If I'm going to put my money at risk, shouldn't I put my money at risk, that stuff that's worth it?
Yes.
Makes sense, right? So that's basically with me, right? That's why I don't chase like little pips. I look for at least like scalping for me is like 100 pips. That's why I look for 100 pips or better. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
how do you put yourself in position in order to gain a minimum of 100 pips, right? It's very simple. First, you have to know the 3 highest time frames, right? The 3 most important time frames, which would be the monthly, weekly, daily. We do top-down analysis, where we start on the highest time frame and work our way down to the smallest time frame, okay? Our job as traders is simple. Bot send price and react to it. Can somebody repeat that for me?
Boxing, price, and react.
Price and react to it.
So what is our job as traders?
Boxing, price, and react to it.
Very simple, yes? Simple. That is our job, to bot send price and react, okay? Every line that we draw on our chart, you know what it's supposed to do? Can somebody answer that question?
Boxing, price.
Yes, but what that line is supposed to tell you? Every line you draw.
Where
the market is going.
At the end of the day, every line that we draw in our chart is telling us a story. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Does everybody know what I mean by that? It's telling us a story.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Let me draw this support right here. And let me draw this trend line here. And guys, I could draw this trend line here as well, but I'd rather take it from this point. Grant, somebody's okay, so can somebody tell me the story I just told myself with this here?
Yeah,
And prices get on the downtrend.
Downtrend.
With this line, what story am I telling myself?
A downtrend.
You're in the seller's market.
Okay, so now if price were to ever touch this yellow line again, what would be my first bias to do?
Wait for it to either break or wait for the sale.
Wait for the sell, right? That would be our first initial response. Hey, let's start looking for the sell. Because last time it touched this line, what did it do?
Back up. Down. It went down.
It sold off.
It touched this line right here. What did it do?
Went down.
It came back again. What did it do?
Sold again.
It sold off, right? Now I got this support here. Yes? Everybody see that?
Yes.
Right? What was price telling you when it touched it a few times?
That it was a floor, so it was going to return back up.
Right? As you can see, it went below it, but it was struggling to close below it. So once it went below it, immediately did what?
Went back up.
Went back up.
Came back over, right?
Yeah, went back up.
Make sense? So now we got to close below this floor. What's our story now?
Strong sell.
We broke through the floor, so now it's a continuation.
Perfect.
So now that's the ceiling.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now let's break this down. So we on the monthly, right? Guys, you see, do I have a whole bunch of lines on my chart?
No.
Not at all, right? Very simple. I got 2 simple lines, and look at the story I was able to tell myself. Isn't that simple?
Yes.
I'll be seeing some people charts, some educators charts as well, where it be a whole bunch of this. Have y'all seen a chart like this before?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Right?
Way too much.
Y'all seen that before, right?
Open out the window blinds.
Oh, we got a little resistance up here, support down here, guys, and just right? Listen, I always tell people to box in price, but not to put it in prison. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's delete this. Let's start over, okay? So this simple trend line here for GJ, and this simple support right here. Perfect. Now, we're done with the monthly. Let's drop down to the weekly, okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So on the weekly, I'm gonna actually bring this down just a tad. So right here, that's perfect. I'll just keep it right here. Perfect. Boom. Now, on the weekly, what more do you think we can do here?
Nothing.
Nothing much, right? Basically, price is nice and box thin. Yes?
Yep.
Okay, boom. So let's drop down to the daily. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. I'm trying to get that perfect touch. Perfect touch. There we go. Right here. That's perfect right there. Okay, so now, guys, all right, what did we do here? We broke through our what?
Support.
And then now it came back and did what?
Retest.
We tested, right? After the retest, what did we get?
A sell. Continuation.
A sell of 190 pips.
Nice.
Any of my private guys that's on here, I told y'all to look for the GJ sell. I hope y'all sold it. Right? So as you can see here, price broke below, came back, retested it, then dropped again. Okay. So let me tell you something also. The price market, right? It has three behaviors. The behaviors go as following. Very simple. You have your end pulse, you have your correction, then you have your continuation. Repeat that again. End pulse, correction, continuation. So if who here wants to keep trading very simple?
Me.
I think I like simple.
Y'all want to keep trading very simple?
Yes.
I like simple.
All right. So send me Cash App and I'll give y'all this formula. I'm joking.
Look at you.
I'm joking, guys. All right. Right here, we could clearly see. Remember, our job is to get close to price, right? We could clearly see that there's been where? On the downtrend. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Boom. So now let's go to the 1 hour. Perfect. Now, this is where I teach you guys how to keep trading very simple. Okay? What did we draw right here? What is this?
Trend line.
The trend line.
Going down.
Going down, right? So as long as price stays below that trend line, what are we?
Sellers.
Sellers.
Say that again?
Sellers.
So when price breaks above it and corrects, we become what now?
Buyers.
Buyers.
Buyers, right? So keep it simple. If price stays below this trend line, what are you going to keep doing?
Seller.
And when price breaks above it, corrects, and start going up, what do we become now?
Buyers.
We become buyers, right? And if you want to keep it simple again, signature trade is impulse, correction. If you don't see an impulse in a correction, you should not be doing what?
Selling.
Looking for continuation.
You should be entering the market, right?
Yeah.
If you don't see an impulse in a correction, you should not be doing what?
Buying in there.
You shouldn't be entering the market at all. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna give y'all some secret sauce that I usually leave for my private guys and boot camps and everything like that, right? When you get an impulse, guys, right? What do you think the impulse is telling you? And if you're one of my guys, let the new people answer.
What it wants to do.
If you get an impulse, what do you think the market is trying to tell you?
It wants to make a change.
Going to be a correction.
Say that again?
Telling you the direction of the market.
Okay. The impulse is simply telling you the direction of the market, okay? When you get an impulse, under no circumstances, there's one rule with the impulse. Do not trade against it. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Do not trade against the end post, guys. That's the #1 rule. So if you see an end post going up, what should you not do?
Answering the trade.
You
Sell.
shouldn't be selling.
Sell it. If you see an end post going down, what should you not do?
Not buy.
Not buy.
Not buy, right? Perfect. Now, once you get your end post, did you miss the trade?
No.
No.
Not at all, right? That's the first step of our setup. Yes?
Yes,
After
sir.
end post, what follows?
Correction.
A correction. When you get a correction, what do you think you get?
Continuation.
No. You're jumping the gun. What happens when a correction occurs?
Impulse.
It's confirming the trend.
Confirming, yes. But you would get a pattern.
Oh, flag. Okay.
Oh, you taking it into junior high now.
Okay. Hey, it couldn't be junior high because nobody answered, right?
We can take it to kindergarten too now.
Right? So
on mute.
end post, you don't get no pattern at all, and you do not trade against it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Then you get a correction, a pattern occur. And then depending on the pattern you get will let you know if you get your what?
Continuation.
And this is continuation for us means one and simple thing. Money. Can anybody say that for me?
Money.
Who am I around? Who am I around? This is, y'all don't even say money is exciting?
Money.
Okay, there we go. Now we got some excitement with money, right? So now you can enter at 2 points. Everybody ready for this? Entry point #1 here, and your stop loss go below here. Why does your stop loss go below here? Because your correction is not supposed to go past your end post. Understood?
Yes.
Your second entry will be a breakout entry, and then your stop loss go below here. Or you can actually put it here as well, okay?
Oh.
So it goes here. Now, reason why you put it here, why do you think you put your stop loss here if you entered here?
That's your second impulse, which is your continuation.
Oh, man, who is that? Who is that? Is that Gigi?
No,
Who's this Gigi?
That's Gigi. Gigi giving away all the answers. Right? You put your stop loss here, okay? Because this is your new endpoint. Does that make sense, everybody?
Nuggets.
Okay, so how we keep trading simple? Wow, nobody was taking notes?
Box in price and react to it.
Say that again?
Box in price and react to it.
Okay, but how do we react?
Correction of the impulse.
Correction.
Waiting for the retracement.
Oh, y'all all over the place. That means I'm doing a horrible job today, okay? So,
If it stays below the line, we sell it, and if it breaks the trend line, we buy it.
okay, boom. So you got that part. What's the second part of it?
If it
flag.
What's the second part? That was good. So say you got a
TP.
Huh?
If it breaks the trend line going up, we buy it. That's the second.
No, you said that right? So if you have a trend line, if it breaks above it and corrects, you are a buyer. But if it stays below it, you are a seller. Yes? And of course, vice versa for uptrend. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, now what's the second part to it? What must we wait for?
Wait for a pattern.
Pattern, perfect, right? But first we must get our what? Impulse? Then our correction. Impulse, then our correction. Impulse, then our what? Correction. Impulse, then our what? Correction. Impulse, then our what? Correction. Impulse, then our what?
Correction.
Look how much money I missed out on. Who caught any of this money?
That's GJ. Wow.
Not me. I wish. I should have.
Right? Even here. End pulse, what was this? Correct.
Yeah.
So if you caught this a couple of Sundays ago, right now you'd be up 800 pips.
Woo-wee.
Oh, in the sale.
Let's say you caught the second one, you'd be up right now 600 pips. Let's say you caught the third
1,400
one.
if you stacking.
Let's say you caught the third one, you'd be up 545 pips.
Wow.
Let's say you caught the fourth one, you'd be up 458 pips. Let's say the fifth one, you'd be up
That's
300.
that good money.
Let's say the sixth one, you'd be up 200 pips.
200
Let's say
pips.
the last one, you'd be up 175 pips. Nobody caught any of this money. Well, this is why I'm here, right?
Yes.
Wow, DJ.
Keep it simple with our markup now. Beautiful. We on the 1 hour, right? All right, let's drop down to the 15-minute. Okay, guys. So now we have this trend line here, right? Boom. What is this here that we got right here?
An impulse.
Impulse, right? What must we wait for now?
Correction.
A correction. Okay? So keep it simple. If we get a correction, what will we do?
Sell.
Sell.
As long as
It doesn't cross the trend line.
As long as price does what?
Doesn't cross over the trend line.
Stay under the trend line.
Stay
below
under
it.
the trend line. Okay. Oh, another low nugget. If your price breaks your trend line correctively, what must you do?
Adjust your trend line.
Whoever said that is the smartest person in the world. Adjust your trend line. Okay. So guys, this is all you're waiting for now. Okay.
Correction.
Waiting for this correction, and then you can do what?
Sell.
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 And you can sell.
Look at all those indicators he uses.
None.
Indicators, what's that? Then you can sell. Okay. So I'm gonna send y'all this chart.
Market structure.
I'm gonna send y'all this chart, guys, so y'all can keep for yourselves.
Do you enter on the 15-minute, Clint?
Okay, so I'm gonna give it another point out, right? Find your pattern on a high time frame and drop down 2 time frames below and look for your entry. So you found the pattern on the 4 hour. What time frame are you looking to enter in?
1 hour.
15.
Nope.
30.
30. If you find your pattern on the 1 hour, what time frame are you dropping down to?
15 minutes.
If you find your pattern on the daily, what are you dropping down to?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Am I giving away too much stuff? I think I need to hold back. I think
you're doing too much there, Clint. You're doing too much.
I'm doing too much, right? Yeah, I got you.
No, no, you're not. Thank you.
I need a hold back. Okay, guys. Does anybody know what TL is?
Trend line.
Okay, perfect. Okay, is this good?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to make this nice and clear for you guys. Perfect. That's perfect right there. Now let me just find my note again. How did I lose them? Okay, any questions before I go to another chart?
Then you just set your indicator and wait for it to get to that point?
Set my alert, yes.
I'm sorry. Alert, yes.
Well, you trying to get Gigi to scream at me? we just
Hey, I'm a work in progress.
Okay.
I'm still learning.
No, it's okay. I'm just cracking jokes. Okay. Perfect. Is this perfect for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
This is GJ. Okay.
Wow, you made that simple.
Okay. Any questions before I go on to another chart?
Yeah, Clint, tell them how often they should mark up and how many pairs to get accustomed to this.
Oh, when I was coming up, I was marking up 25 pairs. That's what my mentor told me I had to do. 25 pairs. Now, how often should you mark up? Okay. And I don't want to scare nobody with 25 pairs unless you're one of my students, then you would have to be scared because you would have to, right? But if you're new and you're getting good, you know, you're starting to work on your skill set. Let's say you're a full-time mom, a full-time worker, full-time everything, right? But you have an hour to 2 hours a day free to yourself, okay? Use that time to sit there and mark up your charts. Be consistent. Get on a webinar. Go to Gigi's ForexNChill channel. Review. I have some videos there. A few of my partners got videos there. Mr. Terrell Rollin, Mr. Marios can never say his last name, but he's a good friend of mine. Gigi, how you say that boy last name?
Columbus.
Yeah, that last name. I would never in life be able to say that, but he's a good friend of mine. And Gigi herself, and she has other successful people. Go there, review those, see who best fits with you, and just follow them and just practice. You can watch a video 100 times. If you're not applying it, it don't mean nothing. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, because I used to watch Lindor but not mark up, and I didn't learn until I started marking up.
Yeah, just mark up. Be consistent at marking up. Even if you only get to do 2 charts a day, hey, it don't matter. It used to take me hours to mark up 1 chart. But you know how I always used to be late to give my mentor his homework? I used to drive him nuts. Class was at 1 o'clock. I give him my homework at 12:59 and say, hey, I need you to check my homework. Right? But the effort was there. Does that make sense? All right. So somebody tell me, what's the 3 most important time frames?
Monthly,
weekly, daily.
Monthly, weekly, daily. What is the 3 behaviors of the market?
Impulse, correction, continuation.
Impulse, correction, continuation. Yes. What is our job as traders?
Money management. Box in price, react.
Box in price and react to it, right? Okay, guys. So remember, we're going to keep it simple. Yes.
Yes.
Keep it simple.
Right here, we can simply draw what? What can we draw right here?
Trend line.
Trend line. Yes. This shows us this is an uptrend, right?
Yes.
Fast forward time. So for the people that was wondering why you cat shot up today, this is why. Do you see where we came up to? Okay, but guys, pay attention. What was this?
Downward trend.
Impulse.
What was this?
Correction.
And what did that lead to?
Continuation.
How many pips?
Don't tell me.
176.
1,600.
What
Wait.
is this?
yeah, that's the 1,000.
Impulse.
And what is this?
Correction.
So what are we expecting soon?
Continuation.
Reversal.
Continuation. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Isn't that an ascending channel?
Say that again?
Is that an ascending channel?
No, ascending channel is a little different, okay?
Okay.
This is just we can basically call this what does this look like?
The flag.
Huh?
The
Wedge.
flag.
Flag, right? This is our pole,
Flag.
and this is our flag. It's upside down. So if it's an upside down flag, what that make it?
A sell continuation.
That makes it a sell.
A bearish flag.
The bearish.
Let me delete this for now. Okay. So now, nothing I'm gonna do right here. I'm gonna take this and draw this trend line right here. Okay. I'm gonna really squeeze in price. Okay. So can anybody tell me what y'all see here?
Impulse.
Now, what is this?
Continuation.
What is this, guys?
Correction.
Correction. So within this bigger weekly pattern, what do we see?
Another correction.
Right?
A pattern inside a pattern.
Okay. Let's fix this.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's keep it simple. We done on the daily. Okay, now let's drop down to the 4 hour. Everybody see the structure here? Right? So what's the story I said every time with this yellow line? What's the story I told?
You want to sell.
It's resistance. It's bouncing off of it.
If it doesn't break through, you continue selling.
Right? Then do you see this area right here? This is what we call in the trading community confluence. Does anybody know what confluence is?
Multiple confirmations.
Multiple confirmations, right? So a few weeks ago, I told my private guys, hey, look for this area here. I personally caught this move. How much did we drop? Was this a good move?
Yes.
Nah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Good to me.
300 pips.
That's good.
Why do you think I had a lot of confidence to sell at this point here?
You were at the top of a bearish flag.
Huh?
You were at the top of a bearish flag.
Okay, what else?
You're meeting at the trend line, too.
What trend line is this?
That's a weekly.
That's your higher time frame trend line to the downside.
So this is a daily flag right here, right? And this is a weekly downtrend line.
Weekly trend line is very hard to break.
Weekly trend line hard to break. Write that down.
Okay. So now, guys, what is this right here for us?
That's an impulse.
This whole thing is a impulse, all right?
Impulse.
Remember, we're going to keep trading very
Sell.
very
simple,
right? We're just going to draw this trend line here, okay? And we don't become sellers until
the break.
To the break.
Because on a smaller time frame, right? This is what? What was that?
Impulse.
What was that?
Impulse.
Correction.
Flag.
Correction.
Correction, yes, correction.
What that led to?
Continuation.
Continuation.
What was this?
Correction.
Correction.
False.
Continuation.
Right? So, what if price just comes here? What that can lead to?
Correction.
Continuation.
Continuation. Make sense? So we could get, and then I know, I'm sorry guys, I made this a little more complex. And as you can see, that might create that pattern here. And then once it reaches up here again, what are we going to become again?
Sellers.
Sellers.
Does that make sense? So
yes.
You can do two things for my veteran traders. Does anybody know what that means?
Means
people that's been trading a long time.
Buys and then get a sell.
For my veteran traders, experienced traders, right? You can ride this up, okay?
I don't want to ride the train.
And then for my newbies, let this happen, okay? But every time it comes to the top, look for what?
Sell.
Look for your sell.
Or sell.
and go to break even the moment it come down here. Why do you think I said that?
So you don't lose your profit.
If it reverses.
Just in case if it shoots up again. Make sense?
Mm.
And then this is basically the move you're looking for.
Oh, I'm looking for a sale.
And this is 270. Remember, on our highest time frame, if it breaks this, we're looking at 1,000 plus. Okay?
Mm.
Did I show you any of you guys 10 pip move so far?
No.
No.
No, sir.
Clint, I know you said you set the alert, but which time frame do you set the alerts on?
I just set my alerts, whatever on the area. It's not like a time frame. But remember, I gave you guys a nugget earlier, right? What was the nugget I gave you guys?
Which one?
2 time frames.
2 time frames.
No, remember on the
When you're
flag,
on.
guys, think of the flag where he told you where to enter the trade. So you have 2 multiple points that you can enter a trade. So you could set 2 alerts, one at the top of your flag and one at the bottom. It doesn't matter the time frame, the price is what's going to matter.
Remember, so
Okay.
we basically identified this pattern on what time frame now?
On the 1 hour.
1 hour.
On the
So
1 hour.
what would be our next step?
Go down 2 time frames.
So what time frame will we look at to look for entry?
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
We're going to 15 minutes, and then now every time price touched the top, we pay attention to how price did what?
React?
Yes. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me delete all this mess right here. So my veteran traders, you know what to do, right? You can buy it up, and then for my newbie, just stay focused, let price shoot up, and then sell it back down and hold it. Okay? Yeah. Is this confusing to everybody right here?
May I ask a question, please?
Of course.
Okay, so when you're setting the alarm, you're setting it on the trend line?
Okay, so let me just say me. Let's say if I was setting an alarm on the trend line, you can see here, I put crossing, boom, once per bar, boom. Look.
Put it at the top of the flag and at the bottom of the flag?
Look to enter, right? Now I have an alert. And I could also put on bottom because what nugget did I give you about entries? Where's the 2 places you can enter at?
The top and bottom of your flag.
Or
At the break.
Across?
or the breakout.
Breakout test. Yeah.
Right? You can sell the breakout and your stop loss will go over there, yeah?
Yes.
So look, so in this situation, I would want to be alerted when it's crossing down, right? So I could possibly join what? The breakout. Make sense?
Yes.
So if it's breaking out aggressively, what should I do?
You should get in.
Let it do its thing. Don't get in.
No.
Write it down.
No, once it breaks,
in.
when it breaks, you're gonna get in. There's no retest on a break, guys. That's an impulsive move.
That's the impulsive move. Join the party. Make sense?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's not talking about after the impulse has already happened.
You see this? Crossing down, trend line, crossing, create. I have 2 magical alerts. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
If you want to get very detailed, come here, set an alert here, crossing, trend line, once per bar. I got 3 alerts. So that way there's no, Gigi drove nuts one time when she made me put this on every 1 minute. I almost threw my laptop. I know Gigi does not miss no setup. I know that for a fact.
Chasing them pips, baby. Chasing them pips.
Yeah, my laptop almost got thrown.
And you were live and couldn't stop it.
Oh, man. All right, look, guys, that's UCAD. I'm gonna send this to Yahweh. Okay, and then Gigi.
Hello, can I ask a question?
I'll let you pick Gigi and Grant. I'll let you guys pick because I did UCAT because that's Mahogany's favorite. I don't know if she's on today. Gigi and Grant, I'll let y'all pick a pair each. I'll go over it, and then I guess we could get into mindset. Unless somebody got questions for me.
I got a question, Clint.
Yes.
It's okay. I get it when you're writing this up, but this has already happened. So when you're in real time, you don't see all of this.
What happened already? This didn't happen yet.
Oh, it didn't happen? Oh, okay.
I drew this.
Okay. All right.
This cell didn't happen yet.
Right. Okay. That's what you're anticipating happening.
Yeah. This
That's what
mine.
you're looking.
Yes, I'm just drawing it out so it could look. It's not going to look perfect like that, but at least if a newbie's on, they could go, okay. If it comes down here, you know, blah, blah,
right.
blah.
It could hug those trend lines and stay on like a lateral vertical with that trend line and then shoot up. So it ain't going to necessarily do the up and down patterns that he's showing right now.
Right, based on his past experience.
All right, Clint, that's my little brother. I've told him about using his big engineering words. Use little words, Robbie.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Make sense to everybody? So yeah, so this didn't happen yet, but if it does happen, Mama rent getting paid. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
So Gigi and Grant, I don't know who wants to go first. Y'all could tell me a chart. I'll break it down.
I would love to see gold.
Gold?
Gold, yeah, gold.
Grant, you still love gold, man. Y'all, everybody know. Oh wow, gold is perfect. Perfect.
Gold is a heartbreaker.
Let's delete this. So gold did this from our Sunday recap, and then it did this at our spot. Let's delete all this so nobody's confused. Okay. What's our 3 most important time frames?
Monthly, weekly, daily.
Okay, what is our top investors?
Repeat the question.
What is our job as investors?
Box in price and react to it.
No, our job as investors is to protect our money and then make money.
Oh.
What is our job as traders?
The box in price and
react to it.
Perfect. So is price nice and bots in right now?
Not
yet.
Looks nice.
No.
Not quite. No.
Don't read too much into it. I'm just talking about this time frame right here.
Monthly.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It is.
All right, let's go on the weekly. What type of trend do you guys see?
Uptrend.
So we just simply going to do what?
Draw a trend.
Draw a trend line.
Okay, so guys, before we even, this is one thing you got to, I'm dropping a lot of nuggets tonight. Gigi got me drunk. Would you slip in my drink, Gigi?
It's Friday night after dark. You know how it goes.
So guys, look, before we even drop down to the next time frame, okay, guys? Okay. What do you think we should be looking for when we drop down to a lower time frame? What opportunity?
Buy.
Sales.
Huh?
Buy.
Sales.
I'll say buy opportunity.
Sell, we're looking for a flag.
Sales. Because we don't know correction is there.
Samples, correction, continuation.
What are we looking for?
So. Correction.
Flag.
You're looking for a sell because you're at the top of the zone there where your green line is.
I know who that is. That's Mrs.
No, you don't.
Matt, what's up, Matt?
What's up?
Matt be cursing me out, man.
Yep, you deserve it too.
No, Matt. See, I'm listening for your voice now, right? So,
yeah. Somebody,
please tell me, what are we looking for? Natalie's cheating.
Sales.
Sales, okay? Why should we be looking for sales?
Correction.
The top of the
Correction is
trend
due.
line.
Okay.
We have two reasons. Number one, we're sitting at a supply zone. Number two, we had an impulse and we need a correction.
Yes.
Y'all see that? And what you simply got to do is always look where? Where'd he look?
Left.
What happened in this area before?
It dropped like it's hot.
Sellers took over the market.
Right? So right here, guys, what did we get here?
Impulse.
This.
Continuation, that's a flag.
Correction. I was telling people about this weeks ago. And then what did we get?
881 pips.
881 pips.
Dang.
Wow.
Right? So now this is an impulse. What must happen?
Correction.
Correction. So if we get this simple move right here, how many pips is this?
400.
Lambo lots.
384.
384 pips. But that.
Nope, you broke up.
Say that again, boss.
He's got a lag. Hope we didn't lose him.
Technical difficulty.
Yes. Pause for the calls. Let's see if he kicks back on. I got kicked off twice.
So he's showing the correction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going into anything more difficult than just the trend lines and the pullbacks or the corrections right now. But if the impulse was over 800 pips and he's looking at a correction of less than half, that's pretty conservative. Some of the corrections can go about halfway down or a little bit more.
But Grant, it could keep going down, up and down to it's like to 100 pips, or those two lines, that trend line and that major line.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
We can hear you.
Roger now.
Now we could.
Sorry about that. My Beats headphones took over.
Okay, that's weird. You got the CIA in your headphones.
Us, Gwen.
All right. Where was I, guys? Oh yeah. So at least a 385 pip move, right? Minimum. Right? So now let's drop down to the daily. Okay. What are we already getting?
A rejection from the top.
A sell.
Everybody sees that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now let's drop down to the 4 hour. Okay. How do you think we could catch this move? Somebody
wait for the pullback.
Say it again.
Wait for the pullback.
Keep it simple, right?
Draw your
trend line under that channel.
Trend line.
Wait for the break.
Now, what must we wait for now?
The break.
Wait for the break.
Correction.
A close below the line.
Flag.
Wait for
break.
Close below
break
the
a
line.
trend line, then flag or
and
correction.
After that, what must you wait for? What's the second step?
Correction.
I'm sorry.
And it goes back on.
And then once you get that, what can you get?
Continuation. I'm sorry. Impulse correction. Continuation. Bye.
And then for my veteran traders, what dislocated pattern do you see here?
Teacup.
A head and shoulders.
Head and shoulder.
Batman.
Head and shoulder tells you what?
Going
Reversal.
down,
Sell
down,
it.
down.
Reversal.
Reversal.
Sell it.
Okay, I got a question, Clint.
Okay.
You just drew the trend line up, but then with the correction you drew it down. I'm lost.
Wait, where? What? Now
Okay, you did the impulse and then the correction, and now you anticipating it going down, but I thought we were in an uptrend.
Okay, let's go back to the high time frame. Okay, let's break this down again. Delete. Okay. Remember, what lesson are we learning today, guys?
Trend line, how to draw trend lines and make
Market structure.
Market structure, right?
Boxing and price reacting.
Simple.
Right? So we come here.
Oh God.
Here. You see this? Every line we draw tells us what?
Tells a story.
A story, yes? Last time price came to this line, what happened?
It dropped.
And then they came to this line again, what happened?
It dropped down.
But look where we're getting close to now.
The ceiling is the roof.
Again.
Huh?
Getting close to that line again.
Okay. So that's on the weekly, yes? Let's draw this support here because I know that's where it was at on the daily. Okay. Now, can somebody tell me what type of trend you see here?
Uptrend.
Uptrend, right? What's the three behaviors in the market? Can somebody talk to me and tell me that?
Impulse, correction, and continuation.
Okay, so if this is our impulse, what did not happen yet?
Your continuation, your flag.
Your correction.
My correction. So if I get this correction here, how many pips can I get? Approximately
380.
Well, I drew
448.
Gave me a bit. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Don't want to get too advanced, but let me just draw a fib to see if this adds up. And that adds up.
61.8.
Adds up perfectly. So,
like
boom.
magic.
You see that? So, what did we get here? What is this, guys? Can somebody tell me what this is? What was that?
Impulse.
What was that?
Correction.
Correction, right? But this correction gave us how many pips?
800.
714.
So is it possible that this correction can give us 400 pips?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If we look left in this area, what happened?
It came back down.
Impulse, yeah, sell, down.
Make sense? So the young lady that asked me that question, do you see how I came to the conclusion to look for the sell?
Yes.
Okay. We don't leave no man and woman behind, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so as you can see here, this is our what? Trend line, right?
Uptrend.
What are we waiting for? This to do what to our trend line?
Break.
Break. Keep it simple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Breakout trend line. Once it break out trend line, what must we wait for then?
Correction.
Say that again?
Correction.
Wait for our correction. Yes?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Once we get our correction, what can we do then?
Continuation. We could sell.
We could sell. So if it does not give us an impulse followed by a correction, what are we not doing?
We're not getting into the trade.
We're not going to sell it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perfect. Everybody see that? This is the trade. Okay. Anybody have any questions on this?
No, sir.
Okay. Gigi, give me a chart. I'll mark it up for you.
I'll let somebody in the house choose one.
Don't matter.
US 30.
Oh yeah, Gigi did tell me that.
And
Which was the right US 31 again? The Orlando one, right?
That's the one.
Perfect.
US Wall Street.
It's like 26,000
Oh,
something.
this is already marked up. Let's delete this. What's the 3 most important time frames?
Monthly, weekly, daily.
Hey, Clint, I think they're getting pretty good.
Yeah.
Trying to pass the collection plate.
Okay. Can anybody tell me where are we coming near?
Impulse, correction, continuation.
Supplies are.
Look in this area. How many pips are dropped? How many pips are dropped?
Now, everybody, that's not the 1 minute. That's the 1 month.
Okay. We can even. One reason I didn't draw this trend line here, which is still valid, is because market has been playing in basically this area here. So that's why I boxed it in like that. Okay. Let me use my horizontal ray for you guys. All right, let's go to the weekly. Okay. Can somebody tell me what y'all see on the weekly?
Uptrend.
Where are we approaching?
Come back
Resistance.
up to the top right now.
Let's go to the daily. Okay.
Consolidation.
How do you draw that trend line?
Yeah, no. Got it perfectly on the 4 hour. Okay.
And team, if you're not seeing a good pattern on one timeline, drop to the next one or move up to the next one.
Yes, yes. Oh, good nugget, Grant. I usually drop that nugget. Good nugget. Okay. So now we on the 4 hour. What was I able to see?
Uptrend.
Okay. Now.
An impulse, a correction.
And a correction.
So here, guys. Boom. Boom. So what do you think I'm anticipating?
Continuation to the upside.
Upside.
At least one more move up.
One more push up. That's what I'm waiting on.
Okay. Now, after I give this push up, what would I be anticipating after?
Coming back down.
Okay. Possibly to here.
Yes.
Possibly.
All right.
And I think I dropped that chart to some of y'all with the Fibonacci on it. That extension would be like the 272 on the fib. So it hit right up there at that support zone.
And let me turn this green for you guys. Okay. All right. And then when it gets up there, let me know, guys, if this confusing to you guys. I do not want to confuse you guys. Remove. Y'all got quiet. Everybody fell asleep?
We here.
Taking notes.
We letting you do what you do. We're watching you.
Yeah,
We're
we
watching the
soaking it in.
artwork of the chart work.
We just soaking it in, man.
That scared me for a second. Yeah, guys. And guys, new people, don't get intimidated. You don't have to do all of this fancy stuff here, okay?
I'm gonna start doing it.
You don't have to, okay? So don't let that intimidate you. Okay, guys. Let me give you guys a note too.
If you click text wrap, will that make it smaller?
Say it again.
That text wrap, will that make it smaller?
You want this smaller?
No, I mean you're writing a lot there.
There's a checkbox at the bottom left where you can wrap the text around, so it'll instead of one line, it'll go multiple lines.
Oh, y'all want multiple lines? Okay. Okay, guys. I got you guys. Is it better for you guys?
Thank you.
I think it might let you squeeze the box there to be the same size as the text, that sort of thing.
Say that again, Grant.
You may be able to set the size of the box. You see where it stretches out with the words? If you grab the circle at the end of the box, you could drag it in.
I thought women would pick your boy. Y'all men.
No, it didn't bother me. I was just.
We liked it tight.
I adjust mine too.
Is this good for you guys?
Nah, you did it with your right hand. Could you do it with your left? No.
Oh boy!
Stand on one leg.
There we go. Don't make them hop up and down now.
Touch your head.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, so this is the move I'm looking for, right? This is our impulse, correction, boom. But if you get a strong break of the trend line at any time, what must you wait for after?
Correction.
And once you get your correction, what can you do?
Sell it to.
Okay,
Drop it like it's hot.
I have my index finger on my nose and I'm jumping in circles. Are you not entertained?
And you typing? Wow.
Okay, so is everybody happy with the amount of charts? Y'all need me to go over one more chart? Everybody's good.
Oh, that's so many.
That's good. That was good.
EuroCAD.
You already did
EuroCAD.
three too
I
many.
already did that.
This is a new crowd and they got 4 charts out of you.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
good.
right. You're right.
Can you do EuroCAD?
I just realized that. Ask Gigi if I could do EuroCAD. If she says yes, I'll do it.
It's up to you because I know you usually do like a really awesome mindset as well.
EuroCAD, I haven't marked this up in a minute.
Team, remember, the charts are secondary to the mindset. Once you hear this mindset, it's going to knock you out.
Look at this move I messed up on.
Don't you hate it when you look back at your chart and it played out and everybody took it but you?
140 pips. I haven't did this chart in a
I
while.
dropped the 800 pip chart and everybody caught it with me. I got mad.
Don't be mad. You bless the people.
True story. Well, I dropped that USD Mexican at Christmas, and I took the holidays off to study.
Clint, do you trade the indices too?
Me? No, but what I teach applies to any chart.
Okay.
You could apply to any market too, not just Forex, not just pairs. Could be stocks, futures, indices.
I have friends who
anything.
trade stocks, and I said, I can tell you what your stock's getting ready to do. They didn't believe me. I dropped a chart, and 2 days later, I told them to go back and check it. They were like, wow, how did you do that? I'm like, market structure, baby.
Wow.
Area how it works. When you and you will over time you'll be able to see these things just at a glance.
What does everybody here see? Right here?
Impulse.
Impulse.
What does everybody here see?
Correction.
So at what time frame did we identify our pattern just now?
On the daily.
Daily.
What must we do now?
Drop 2.
1 hour.
Well, you're going to the 4 hour, the next one.
Drop where? To where?
To the 4 hour.
Who wasn't listening? We identified
the 1 hour.
Unless you're getting ready to do a trade.
The 1 hour.
Then you go down 2. Okay.
All right. 1 hour. Oh, and then now. Oh. Perfect. So, what do you think I'll be looking for?
Sell.
I had to see it.
No, that's why I say you're okay.
So, I'm going to break off 2 points where you can sell at.
Mm-hmm.
You sell off anywhere in this area here, because every time it touched this, what happened?
Right.
Reject.
It rejected.
Rejected, right? Or you can do what? Keep it and wait for what?
Break.
Break of what?
Trend line.
Line.
After you get the break of the trend line, what must you wait for?
Correction. Flag.
Oh, they didn't create one. Wait for a correction, and then you can do what?
Continuation.
Sell it all. How many pips is this? Major pips? Oh, 85 pips. Sorry for disappointing you guys, but 85.
That's good for
Man,
standard.
wait till you do it 85
That's
pips.
$850.
But you gotta remember,
$850 on a standard.
you gotta remember though, right, guys? Remember, this was the pattern. The real move is, I was just testing you guys to see if y'all knew where the continuation was really going. A nice little 300 pip move, okay? So look to sell here, or if it goes back up top. So basically, these are your 3 points: break, correction, sell here or here. Okay. But is that confusing to everybody, or everybody understands?
That's good. Got it.
Here, here, or break, correct, drop. Okay. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, great. All right, guys. Gigi, Grant, put back your beautiful background that you had. All right, guys. So let's get into mindset. Me personally, right? When it comes to trading and everything, I truly, truly believe that the mindset is the meat and potatoes. I could teach anybody how to draw a trend line. I could teach anybody how to look for certain stuff, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have the proper mindset. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Most definitely.
Right?
Yes.
Without the proper mindset, it doesn't even, without the proper mindset and without the proper risk management and money management, it doesn't even matter if you know how to draw a proper trend line or not, or if you know what an impulse correction is, or a supply zone, or how to use the fib, or anything that matters. Does that make sense? The skill is the easiest part to learn. Because once you get in front of the chart, even if you have all the proper knowledge and everything, it still don't mean nothing if your confidence is not up or your mind is not strong. How many times somebody's seen a clean setup and don't take it because they just lost 5 trades in a row? Make sense? How many times you seen a clean setup and you was about to use a nice lot size, but because you wasn't confident in yourself, you dropped down to 0.01. And then when we do that, and the traders win, what's the first thing we tell ourselves?
I should have trusted myself.
Not even. I should have put 10 lots, 30 lots in, right?
That's a fact.
Whenever we went in a trade, right? What's the first reason? Why the hell I ain't put 50 lots on that? On a $200 account, right? That's the first thing we say when we went in a trade. Make sense? In the same breath, when we get overjealous, overconfident in ourselves, right? And we over leverage and we basically go for the $1 million trade in one trade, and I like this setup, or my friend sent me this signal and I know he's a good trader, let me put 50 lots. Boom, blown account, or 80% of your account gone. And then you're like, why the hell I ain't put a 0.01? Does that make sense? Do y'all want to be doing that y'all whole lives?
No.
Not at all, right? So let me tell y'all one thing. The main thing I want to talk about tonight, because the main question I always get asked is, hey Clint, how was you able to do it in a year? Basically, your mom is free, everybody's free. Well, not everybody, but your mom's free, you free, and everything like that. You're living a good life, you're traveling, you're mentoring, you're doing basically living a good lifestyle, right? I always tell people, don't look at the time, right? Because if you're coming in this thinking about the time first, you're already doing this wrong. Okay? It's a good thing to put a game plan together and give yourself a time frame. Okay? But you shouldn't say, oh, if I don't get this in 3 months, I'm not doing this no more. Or I've been doing this for 6 months and I only made $5 profit. This is not for me. Okay? Does that make sense? Can somebody tell me, how long does it take to get an associate degree in college?
2 years.
2 years.
Somebody said 3 years? Who
2
did 3
years.
years? Oh, I thought somebody did 3 years to get the associate's degree. Right? I didn't laugh at nobody. I don't know why you laughing. Make sense? So how long does it take you to get it?
2.
2 years. Right? So you pick a major, right? Why do we pick a major? Why?
Career path.
Career path, right? So we pick a major, like what's some of these majors these kids be looking for nowadays? Oh, how to find rocks in the jungle, right? Pick that major, right? And then in 2 years, we could see, well, if I could find the best rocks in the jungle, I could get anywhere between 35 to 45,000 a year, right? So then once what do we go through? We go through finals. We go through having to keep a very good grade point average, right? And then we graduate. When we graduate, are we guaranteed a job?
Nope.
Nope, not at all, right? So we have a little debt, right? And we walk around with a piece of paper and say, hey, man, I'm the best rock founder in the jungle. can I please join your camp to find rocks with you, right? Somebody finally gives you a job after what? 6 months, 3 months. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to get a job nowadays, right? But let's just say 6 months. Then, whoop, you get your first check. When you get your first check, what you got to do? What do you got to start doing?
Paying loans.
Huh?
Paying bills.
Paying your bills, paying your loans, and paying Uncle Sam, yes? Doing all that stuff, right? So 2 years is how many months?
CIA.
24.
24 months, right? 24 months, but I told you it gets you 6 months to get a job. So how many months are we at now?
30.
30 months. Why is it that we go through that journey, which is nothing wrong with it, with a big smile on our face, but when we come to Forex and we know the type, what Forex can truly do for you, or we only give it a quick time limit? Can somebody answer that for me?
People scared.
Scared. That's the word?
Microwave generation, we always want things fast.
Oh, we always want things fast, right?
I think people find it hard to believe that they could have this great of an income or wealth potential without pouring in 4 years and $40,000, like you said, on a formal education.
Okay. Okay.
Or people lack the patience to really learn the skill set and they get out.
Okay. So Gigi,
Or they're afraid to leverage.
There's a lot of your people on here a part of your IML family?
No, not really. I dropped the link everywhere.
Okay. Now I was going because I would have did a different training if it was your IML family. Okay.
I do have a lot of IML family on here. Yes.
Okay.
It's my IML family.
It's our mindset.
Okay. So let me tell you guys something, right? Like I was saying earlier, you have to commit to, let's say, Forex, right? Let's not attach a company or anything. You have to commit to Forex for 18 months, right? Why are you even learning the skill? I'm going to be very honest with you guys. If you're not learning the skill to do two things, right? Let it be, one, obviously retiring yourself and your loved ones, and two, to build generational wealth, you're in the wrong industry. Okay? Do you know generational wealth, what we talking about? Like me, I'm talking about my great grandkids. Does everybody understand what that means? Future. Like when I die in the year 20, well, not the year 20, year 3041, right? Let's speak into existence. When I die in the year 3041, right, guys? I'm worried about generations that's going to be born in the year 4041. Do you see how long apart that is? They're going to say, wow, man, my great-grandfather, Clint, left me all this money right here. Does that make sense? If you're not here for that, if you're here for a quick fix, a lottery hit, you're in the wrong spot. Okay? Now, when you come in, the first thing you need to look at, you need to sit down with yourself and come up with a game plan. Okay, now I'm learning Forex. Boom. One thing you have to do is find a mentor immediately. Find a program immediately that's going to teach you the right foundation, give you the right knowledge. Don't try to learn this on your own. Trust me, it's going to be very, very frustrating. Okay? You have a great leader with you right now, Gigi. She gives this free knowledge away every Friday at 10 o'clock. Doesn't miss a Friday. And if she do miss a Friday, somebody from her camp steps up and still runs it. Free. She don't ask for $1. Don't you know how much she can charge for this information that she gives? Gigi, how much money did I charge you to come here today?
Nothing.
I guess I'll walk.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I had muted. You
Mm-hmm.
charge nothing, and I know people who wouldn't even. I've reached out to other people, and they read my messages and just ignore me.
Oh, well, I didn't say that to put that out there, but right? But absolutely nothing. Gigi makes a big effort to not only teach y'all yourselves, but find other successful people to come on this platform to help each and single one of you grow. And then she posts it on her YouTube channel for free. And don't hit me with the, oh, so you get money or views. You need millions of views to get money. Make sense? Now, back to the thing. Sit down with yourself, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a system that's going to teach you the proper knowledge and give you the proper foundation to make you successful in this. Second thing you need to do, you need to time out your day, right? What I mean by that is we all have 24 hours in a day, okay? Everybody has the same amount of time every day. You sleep for 8 hours, you go to work for 8 hours, that's 16 hours. How many hours you got left?
8.
8 hours left, right? You travel to work, it takes 3 hours, an hour and a half to get there, hour and a half to get back. How many hours you got left?
5.
5 hours, right? Now, those 5 hours times that by 5 give you how many hours?
25.
25.
Right? And then in 2 days, where you don't go to work, you have you sleep for 8 hours each. How many hours you got in those 2 days?
16.
16. Right? Y'all following along? Gigi, what's the math? 16 plus 16, 32. 32 plus 25. Give me how much?
58.
32 plus 25 is 58?
57.
Okay. 57 hours, right? And those 57 hours, you have to find a time that you can commit to without missing a day and be consistent to become a successful investor in the market. Did everybody here realize that they had 57 free hours? No, not at all.
I did.
I heard it.
Right? And those 57 free hours, maybe you can only do an hour a day. It's okay, it don't matter. But guess what? For those 7 hours, why did I say 7 hours? Because an hour times 7, right? Or you can even say 6 because God took the day off. For those 6 hours a week, where do you need to be? In front of your computer, marking up, finding knowledge, getting yourself right. Okay? Me, reason why I was able to do it fast, because I spent countless hours on the charts. Anybody here ever fell asleep, woke up, and there was drool on their keyboard?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Welcome to my world. Make sense?
You got letters on your forehead.
That means you're almost there. Whoever got that experience. Okay? Now, who here got a summer body already?
I do.
Everybody's silent.
I do.
Look at
a summer
what? A summer body, man. Who started on their summer body yesterday?
Ben started.
I started a week ago.
You started a week ago, right? But guess what?
I was born with this body, baby.
My body is a summer body when I put on short sleeves. That's the only thing.
Summer's June 21st, right? Guess what? I always tell people you got to be consistent and put in the work, okay? So let's say you go sign up to a gym and get a trainer, right? You tell your trainer, listen, man, I want this fire six-pack, poo, 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 right? For the ladies, I want to be able to wear this nice two-piece, right? Like them little IG girls. Okay, boo, 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 right? The trainer tells you, hey, no problem. I can help you get you there, right? What time do you have free? You know what we tell them? Okay, man, I'll come to you Monday, give you 5 hours strong, You can do all the workouts you can do. Okay, no problem. Come to me Monday. You go Monday, you do 5 hours. You feel the pain. You look in the mirror, oh man, I was sweating so good. I think I lost 2 pounds today. And guess what? You don't go back to your trainer in 3 weeks. What progress did you make there?
Zero.
None. None.
Not at all, right?
You did for that one day.
But in 3 weeks, when you go back to him, you give him 10 hours, right? But you don't go back to him again for 2 weeks. What progress did you really make?
No
None.
Not at all, right? But what if you get the individual that goes to the same trainer and go, listen, you know what? I got about 2 hours free. I could come to you 3 times a week, and I could be consistent. Do you think within 6 to 8 months, that person could start seeing results?
A lot.
Yes.
Yes.
And key word, I say start seeing results. Then they stay consistent for another 6 months. What do you think their summer body look like now?
Way better than before.
Oh yeah, it's ready.
No, probably not ready yet. It's probably still in the oven cooking up. But guess what? Your homegirl see, girl, what you been doing? I mean, right? You start seeing Tyrone off the block. All of a sudden, he wears a size large, but he's buying a medium T-shirt, right? Isn't that how they usually do it? Like, boy, what have you been doing? You know, just being consistent. Does that make sense?
That's a fact.
Right?
Yep.
You know the old saying when we was kids, an apple a day keep the doctor away? Right? Think about that saying. He didn't say eat 7 apples on Sunday and come back next Sunday. He said consistently eat a minimum of 1 apple every day, and obviously brush your teeth, guys, okay? And you could do what? Keep the doctor away. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And anything you want to do, anything you want to be successful in, you just got to be consistent and put in the necessary work. If you only got 2 hours, sure, it's perfect. If you only got 30 minutes, it's still good. Get consistent at putting in the 30 minutes a day. Now, if you only put in 30 minutes a day, don't expect in 3 months to be where?
At the top.
At the top, right? It's going to take a little longer for you. How you speed up your time, you put in more time. Does that make sense?
Right.
And you get consistent at it, right? So yeah, guys, so one thing, because I see this a lot, right? Oh, I've been trading for a year and I'm still not where I need to be. I've been trading for 6 months, 8 months, and I'm still not where you need to be. You're here to free yourself, you're here to free your family, and you're here to lay a foundation down for your future generations. So you can't compare 1 year to a future generation. Does that make sense? You're here to build generational wealth. So it doesn't matter if this skill takes you 2 to 3 years. How much years does it take for you to get your master's degree?
8.
2 years.
3 years.
2 years for master's degree?
After 4.
Must be nice.
6 years.
Who is this smart individual? I must meet you.
Must be nice.
After your bachelor's, it could take 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years, right? So let's do the minimum 2 years. So we're talking about 6 years in total, yes?
Yes.
6 years. Get your master's degree. Now you got a piece of paper. Now you go out there and you're doing what again? Hey, man.
Paying the man.
Hey, man, I am the best. I am a master rock finder now. I am eligible for 65 to 80,000 a year. Can I join your team to help you find the greatest rocks in the jungle? Right? I am a master. This piece of paper says I'm the master rock finder. But guess what? Over here, you're not even willing to put in 18 months, 24 months. Don't judge yourself. The first year might be rough. Nothing but losses. But you know why you guys lose so much? Because you guys is too cool for demo. Why you think demo is there? Can anybody answer that for me?
Demo for dummies.
Practice.
Save your, it'll protect your equity.
Get
Say
your
that
game
again.
right.
What it'll do?
It protects your equity while you're learning.
While you're learning, right? Make sense? You can
It's like training wheels.
training wheels, right? I mean, I'm a little different. I need to lose my money to learn, but don't be like me, okay? Go to demo. Don't be too cool for it, right? He's trading demo. So what? What do you focus on? You're learning the skill. Yes. Now, let me give you guys a nice little game plan, okay? How much capital do you guys want to work with? Give me some numbers.
5,000.
5,000, okay? Who else? Who has 5,000 in their bank right now?
Not everyone's going to have that much. Could you do it with 500?
No. I want to keep that number 5,000. 5,000? Nobody got. I mean, they say the average American doesn't have 1K in their bank account. Oh, my dog. Sorry, guys. Did y'all hear that? My dog knocked something over.
That was crazy.
That was gunshots.
Nobody
That was good right after that last sentence.
I thought
Nobody asked
Jacqueline
if I
had
was.
came up in there to get you.
Nobody asked if I was okay. If I was being robbed.
Nah, you was too calm. You was too calm.
Going to New York. Hey,
you was ready for that.
He's from New York. You from New York.
All right. So 5K. Yeah, that's a good number. Nobody here has 5K.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody has 5K in their trading account. Nobody has 5K in their bank account.
Yes, we do.
401k.
Okay. No. Because you get penalized if you pull it out. So let's not do that. Okay. So this is the game plan, right? So everybody here wants to play with 5K, which is perfectly fine. Okay. So now what you have to do is everybody here has a job. Yes.
Looking for work now.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a job. Who here is a consistent, profitable trader?
Yes.
Okay. So only one person said yes out of 141, and I'm not counting people like Grant and Gigi. So if you're not a consistent, profitable trader, where do you think you should be trading at?
Demo.
Okay. So what you're gonna do? You're going to work your job. Okay. As you work in your job, you're gonna load up $5,000 into where? Where do you think you're gonna load up $5,000 into?
Live account.
Demo account, right? How much money does it cost you to load $5,000 into your demo account?
$0.
$5,000.
It costs you no, it does not. To load $5,000 into your demo account, right?
Yeah, $0.
$0, right? How much effort does it take?
Not much.
Not much, right? And I'm pretty sure Gigi, she can help every single one of you guys set up a demo account, right, Gigi? Oh, sorry for putting you out there.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Let's make that money.
Right? So now, once you load up $5,000 into your demo account, what you're going to do, you're going to find a trading style that best suits you. You're going to find yourself a mentor. Find yourself somebody that's very knowledgeable. Does it not have to be me? Does that make sense to everybody? Right? Could be anybody. And then you're going to learn as much as you can from them. Okay? Then you're going to start applying everything that they taught you. Gigi gives a lot of free knowledge here. I give a lot of free knowledge during the week when people don't get on my nerves over at my channel, right? And stuff like that. So then you're going to simply apply the knowledge that we give you guys, okay? And how you going to test the knowledge? You're going to test on demo. Now, as you're working, every time you get a paycheck, you're going to put a small percentage of your paycheck to the side into an investment account. The investment account is not into your trading account or anything, because where you start up a fourth bank account that's just for investments. Why do you want to do that? Because any money that go in there, if you lose it, it would not affect what?
Your income.
Household.
Livelihood.
Your livelihood, right? Right? Are you supposed to put your rent into your trading account?
No.
You think your landlord, when they hear you're waiting for Euro NZD to drop to pay him his money?
Gold's about to go, baby. Gold.
Right? He said, "Oh, you're about to go too." Make sense? Right? So you're gonna put a small percentage now. Whatever that y'all know your finances. Gigi, you can point everybody in the direction when I broke down the bank account training.
Yes, that's on YouTube. I'll share it again.
Yeah, share that to them so they can watch that training so they could see how to properly set up their bank accounts. Make sense? So once you do that, whatever that percentage is for you and whatever that money is, now you're going to times that by, you're going to divide that by, so it's going to be 5,000. Let's say you only could put, let's say you could put $500 away to the side every month. You do 5,000 divided by $500. How many months is that?
10.
10 months, yes? So you basically have a 10-month window to do a minimum of doubling your account. Does that make sense? Make sense? So think about it like this, guys. I didn't even tell you how to trade live until 10 months down the line. Let that sink in. And only trade live if you had doubled your demo account. It may take you 20 months to double your demo account. But guess what? You're still working your job. Your job is still paying for everything it needs to pay for while you're part-time working on this until one day it can replace your income. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So anybody here been trading? If anybody here been trading for more than a year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, how long you been trading?
Year and a half.
Year and a half? How about the young man? How long you been trading?
Year and a half.
Year and a half as well? Okay. Are you a profitable trader?
Yes.
How about you, young lady?
Yes.
You're a profitable trader?
Yes, sir.
Is that Gigi?
Yes.
Oh, come on, Gigi. Not you. And Gigi, was that your brother?
Yes.
Oh, not you.
Well, you tell us to answer the question.
Anybody else be
I know there's some other
the,
people on here that just not answering up. Come on, guys.
Exactly.
Okay,
They're
I have
asleep or
been trading,
something, man.
I've been trading a year.
other than the Ramos family, man? Is that how I say your last name, Gigi?
That's my married name. He's Goins, Goins.
Oh, that's your married name. Okay, Gigi. I thought you. Never mind. We
I
record.
accidentally married a Puerto Rican once.
Okay. Okay. So, anybody else been trading for more than a year?
Yeah,
About a year.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Are you
Only 4 months.
Are
4 months.
you a profitable trader for anybody that been trading over a year?
No.
No, not yet.
Not yet, right? So what do you think you should immediately do as of tomorrow?
Go in the demo.
Demo.
Go to demo immediately. Stop giving your money away to the market for no reason. Okay? That's what demo's there for. Now, who's here have been trading for less than a year?
Yeah.
Me.
I
have.
Right? You just getting started, man. Your journey just got started. Okay? Would you sacrifice the next 5 years in order to be making consistently 10 to 40 grand a month?
Yes. I'll do what it takes.
Sure. Heck yeah.
Huh? Yeah? You what?
Definitely.
I am, bro.
Okay, Gigi, could you do me a favor? Could you take everybody's name down that attended this meeting? And then 5
This
years
meeting
from now,
is being recorded.
now 5 years from now, when we are still here, right? I want to see who still will be here with us.
I'm
write
here.
my name down.
Write my name down.
Write my name down.
Mine too.
Okay, so guys, only thing you gotta do, be consistent, put into work, get yourself a mentor, sign up for a class, enroll into a school system like IML, and then from there, put your head down, document your journey, stay on demo until you finally doubled your demo account. And I don't mean double your demo account by you jump into your first trade at 10 lots when you know damn well you want to do that in your life.
That's why it's demo, man.
If you ever seen drawdown and with 10 lots, a lot of you guys will shit down your legs.
10 pips is like $1,000. So.
Okay, Gigi, have you seen drawdown in 10 lots?
No, because I remember when I first went to a standard and 10 pips was like over $100. I almost died. I had to graduated to the standards, so I was like, oh my God. Then I looked at the pips. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. But when you first see that $100, you're like, Jesus Christ.
But people who over leverage, they see that all the time.
Oh, you must be an over leverager.
Oh no, he actually made 6 figures off of a 0.20.
Oh, that's your brother talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. I heard great stories about it.
I had to beg him to increase to a standard with the 6-figure account. So
0.20.
He's the king of patience.
And he's a great investor. Make sense? Yes. He found this sweet spot and he just banged his money in.
You remember how you were showing to stack that trade earlier? That's exactly what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That GJ.
That's beautiful. Guys, any question for me?
I think I got on late, Clint. My name is Keisha. Can you give us, well, they probably already know, what is your background for as how long you trade and where are you now? I'm sorry.
What do you mean, how long I trade?
How long did it take you to get, I guess, financial freedom, or did you still have a job, or you stayed in?
I started in December and I retired in March.
December 2018?
December 2017, and I retired in March 2018.
Was that your goal from the beginning, to retire at that particular time frame?
No, it was not my goal, but once I saw I was consistent. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife is whispering to me. Yes, but that was my goal was, of course, to retire, but I didn't think it would happen in that speed right there. And then, to be honest with you, my wife was right there when I retired. I sat down with her, I said, listen, man, it's clear. She said, man, you better walk into that office and tell that lady you never come back to work again. And then I did that. And then a few months later, I did the same for my mom.
Do you trade one pair or several pairs?
I trade setups, but I always tell newbies it's best to build a relationship with a pair. Make sense? So imagine if you've been studying EU, GU, GJ, EJ, right? You basically know how it moves. You basically know the signs of it reversing. You basically know all the sentiments of it. Make sense? With me, where I trade setups, 1 week I'm in NU, the next week I'm in this, the next week I'm in this, the next week I'm in Hong Kong GGP. Making up a pair, guys. That's not a real pair. But I'm basically all over the place. Make sense? But I always tell newbies the best thing to do is to pick a pair and study it and trade it. You may not be in a million setups, which is good too, because I always say less is more, but at least now you build a relationship, right? So imagine me as a man trying to date 7 girls. Now I got to remember 7 girls' favorite color. I got to remember when 7 girls, when they aren't come to visit, if y'all know what that means, they come visit once a month, right? And they get very cranky at that time of visit. And I got to remember 7 girls, their waistline, what restaurants they like and stuff like that. Where I only have my wife, and there's only one person I gotta remember. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Clint, I got a question.
Okay.
You told us you did it from March to December, but you never really said how you did it.
How?
Just
Oh, you wasn't in at the beginning. Okay. So
yes, I was. I'm talking about trading. As far as trading.
I got myself a mentor, right? He taught
Oh
me
yes,
everything
yes,
I needed.
Lindor. Yes.
He taught me everything I needed, and I put in countless hours on the charts while I was
Okay.
drawing on my keyboard.
Okay. So it wasn't like you were using like the harmonic scanner or the web analyzer. You were just doing naked charting.
Yes. Just like I came into this world.
Okay. Thank you.
No.
Clint, after your first, after you blew the first 2,000, what did you start out with in your account the next time?
2000 is my magic number.
2,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And was my mentor my upline? No, he was not.
Right.
Nah, that was a question in the chart. That wasn't for you. I kind of peeped it. Any more questions?
Would you read certain books? You know, I've been hearing. This is not my first run with trading. I just haven't been consistent. I started like October 2017, but got out probably January 18, grieving my mom. So it was just a whole lot of stuff going on. So that's when I say I wasn't consistent. I just got back in probably March, but I always kind of kept up with what's going on, but I haven't sat down like I need to now to do the charts and, like you say, put in the work. And that's what I'm trying to do now.
You know where you're messing up? You keep using the word trying.
I knew you was going to say that, yes.
Like, we don't try to do laundry. We don't try to go to the store. We don't try. We do it. Make sense? Now, what I always say is, if you're not mentally up there because you're grieving your mom and stuff like that, it's okay. Stay away from the charts for a while. Make sense? Because you need a clean mind when you're trading. That's my wife. Every time we got into an argument, that's when I lose my most money. Yes, I'm telling on you, right? Because they're not going to the charts angry and dropping lots at places I'm not supposed to drop lots at. And then she look at me, oh, baby, I'm sorry, don't worry. What? You know what I'm trying to say? So you need a clear mind, need to be happy, need to be in good place. Drawing a trend line is easy, but your mental it needs to be strong. All right? Yeah. So if you need time to get yourself back right, it's perfectly fine. 5.3 trend hours a day is not going nowhere. Right? Now, as far as a book, the only trading book I recommend is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I don't really like to recommend books on how to trade. I like to recommend books on the mental, the psychology behind trading. And I think that's a very, very good book.
What's his last name again?
Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone.
What's the best way to find and retain a mentor?
Find, retain a mentor?
Yes.
Find somebody you like, DM them. If they tell you a price, get the money, get it together, and then lock arms. That's what Gigi did. That's what Grant did. That's what I did. That's what my trading partners did. Make sense?
Yeah, getting a mentor took me to my next level. I'm still 100% IML. I love IML, but getting a mentor did help me a lot.
Everybody got a mentor, man. Get yourself a mentor. My mentor got a mentor. Make sense? Now, what's the purpose of the mentor? Think about it like this. It took my mentor about 7 years because he told me all his mistakes and he gave me his foundation. I was able to cut that time down by a significant amount. I got to learn from his mistakes. Not saying I don't make my own mistakes, but I got to learn all his mistakes, and then I basically cut a lot of corners. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yo,
I
Clint,
Okay.
I was just trying to figure out. Go ahead. Okay. My name is Gushi, and I want to know, like, how consistent were you those days you started trading? Like, how many hours do you spend on charts, like when you started?
I mean, 10, 12.
Wow.
Depends on the day. I was playing. I was obsessed. Well, I don't want to say was. I'm obsessed.
Okay.
You know what kept me being obsessed? Because I wasn't trading for myself. I was trading for my mom. Make sense?
Yeah, because I noticed that, okay, I was also, obsessed, and I knew how to draw my support and resistance, follow Christopher Derrick, but I still wasn't getting it. I still was blowing accounts. And
Oh, so
then,
was you learning on your own, or did you have a mentor?
no, okay, I don't, the only mentor I have was this Christopher Derrick. I was following, but
He's a
I
good
now
trader.
discovered. Yeah, but I discovered that, okay, I was not mentally ready. I needed to work on this. So sometimes it's confusing, I knew I was putting the time, the effort, the energy. I got to get this right. I was drawing all the lines, and I was even teaching other people how to draw, support and resistance. And they were getting it, and I was not even getting it.
So, mistake number one, I see it already. You should not be out there teaching other people if you're not consistent yourself.
Sure. And one more thing is, I was not the one throwing this stuff at them. When they see the lines I'm drawing, they be like, hey, you know how to draw these lines? Let me just show me how you drew it. I'll be like, okay. It
You know
wasn't
what?
as
You know what
I
you tell those? You know what you tell those people? Listen,
okay.
man, I'm working on myself right now, but my
Okay.
mentor is Christopher Derrick. I highly suggest you reach out to him.
Okay.
Make sense? Because right now in the beginning, all your time need to be dedicated to who?
To myself.
So when I told you guys my story, who did I retire first, me or my mom?
You.
Why you think why you think I retired myself first?
So you can have more time.
Keep going. That's it.
You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself.
Say that again. There we go.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's what I'm looking for. You got to do what?
Can't help nobody.
Spend time with yourself.
Make sense? Gotta help you. You gotta help yourself in order to help somebody else.
True.
Make sense?
Okay, Clint, one mentor. You have a mentor for trading, and like another type life mentor.
A life coach?
Not necessarily a coach. It could be like a family friend. It could be somebody older than you that might give you advice on certain things besides trading.
Well, me and my mentor, I don't even talk to him about trading anymore. If that makes sense. Like a lot of my guys, like Grant, when's the last time we talked about trading, Grant?
Probably a month ago.
Right? Like we talk about everyday life. It's not about, make sense? Like your mentor gotta be like well-rounded. Saying trade, not saying you can't have like a specific mentor for trading, right? But if your mentor is making good money in the markets, everything like that, you used to be able to talk to him and say, hey, what are you doing with your money? Not in the sense of like you're all in this business, but maybe so you can know how to manage. Hey, how did you get to this point or this point? Hey, what are you doing in everyday life? What's your daily routine? What's this? What's that? Make sense?
Yes.
Be able to do stuff like that. And that applies to life, right? And then once you get life right, trading will automatically be right. Well, I don't want to use that type of word because we're recording, right? But trading could be a whole lot easier. Make sense? So I don't have like a life mentor and a trading mentor. I just have one mentor.
Okay.
Well, not just one I have one mentor that I talk to on a daily, and there's a lot of millionaires, billionaires out there that I personally follow that I don't know personally. They're like my digital mentor. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any more questions before I get up out of here?
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up, young man?
So you said that you're a day trader. How many days do you typically hold your position?
I'm a swing trader, not a day trader.
Swing trader, my bad. How many days usually hold your
Well, the longest I ever held a trade was from September of 2018 to mid-January of 2019.
Okay, so how do you, I guess, I don't say manage, but how do you deal with your swap fees? Don't you get charged a swap fee for every night you hold that?
Yeah, and every time you go buy a pair of clothing, don't you get charged taxes when you go to a grocery store? When you buy electronics, you get charged taxes, right?
Yeah.
So are you worried about the swap fees, or are you worried about your end goal profit?
I'm not necessarily worried, but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't get like too much when you hold it that long.
Nah, my profits outweighs my swaps.
Okay, so it just outweighs it there.
Yeah, I count it towards a cost of doing business, right?
Yeah, some pairs actually pay you. Like you have a positive.
Don't get caught up in thinking too deep, if that makes sense. Not saying there's anything wrong. Don't get caught up in, swap fees, swap fees, swap fees. Now, if you just want to be an intraday trader, it's perfectly fine. Where you close your trade at the end of the day, so you don't have to pay no swap fees and everything. But if you have imagine if you had a beautiful business position on GJ that I sold y'all, and then y'all held that 800 pip drop. You think somebody's worried about swap fees with that?
Guess not.
Not at all. If you was trading at a standard, 800 times 10 is what? $8,000? And let's say it took a month for that move to happen. Let's say out of that $8,000, you walk away with 7,500. Are you upset?
Nah, I wouldn't be. Nah, you're right.
Any other questions before I get up out of here?
Yeah,
When
can
will
you
you
tell?
do
Do
this
you have an
again?
Instagram or anything where people can follow you?
Well, you could. Facebook is the best because I pay attention to Facebook the most. You could reach out to me on Facebook. My first name, last name, Clint Millien, and then you could definitely reach out to me on Telegram. I'm always, if you got any questions, stuff like that, always answer. Obviously, if I see it, I am a busy guy as well, so never think that I'm ignoring you. Right? I never want to think I'm ignoring you. I also have a Telegram group. Gigi, you could drop the link if you
Yeah.
want.
Whenever I upload his video, I always put his links.
Yeah. So
I do not Forex on Saturdays because I put all my energy into training and stuff during the week. So don't bother me tomorrow. It will get uploaded tomorrow, and the links will be there. And Grant just dropped the link. So this will be available on YouTube for everyone. And definitely give him a shout out, give him some love for doing this for us. Like he said, he went out and got a mentor. His mentor took him to another level. So he's giving you free what he paid for. So we have to appreciate that.
All right. And on
Thank
Monday,
you, Clint.
no
Thank
problem.
you.
On Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern is where I usually do a free Zoom meeting. So think about it like this, guys. Think about how you could really kill your time here. On Sundays, for the people that's in IML especially, on Sundays, right? My good friend, my trading partner, Mario's, does a weekly outlook, right? Sunday night, my mentor does a weekly outlook. On Monday, I basically do a weekly outlook. On Tuesday, my mentor does a weekly outlook. On Thursday, I do basically a recap plus how to end the week. And on Friday, Gigi comes here and kill the market again. Right? See how much opportunities you have to be successful? And if you're not in IML, you got me on Mondays, me on Thursdays, Gigi on Fridays. That's a lot of, what's that? What you call that, Gigi? A lot of knowledge, basically.
That's a lot of leverage too.
A lot
A
of
lot
value.
of opportunity.
A
You
lot of
basically,
training and a lot of tips.
And you basically, now when it comes to our weekly outlooks, we basically do all the work for you guys and draw a picture. Only thing you have to do is do what?
Watch the market.
Follow
the yellow brick road.
follow follow the
Follow
picture.
the yellow brick road.
Wait, Clint says sell here. So if you don't get here, don't sell it. Make sense? Clint say buy here. Steve said buy here. Gigi says sell it here. It's there. The work is basically done for you. Make sense? And then, oh yeah, one thing I always do for Gigi, I do this out of love for her. For anybody that is looking for mentorship, I got I'll open up 3 slots for Gigi's group only, and I always give Gigi's people a discount off my regular price. And you just basically DM me with the word ForexNChill, and then I know that you was on this session, and I'll always give you a discounted price, okay? Because Gigi, I do that out of love for her and everything like that. And then me and my trading partners, Terrell, he's been on this platform already, and Mario's, and my homegirl, Jessica. You basically get 4 educators. We're about to do a boot camp in August. You can basically DM me for that. You get 4 educators for the price of 1 for a 7-week span. You can get us for boot camp. Okay? And if you got anybody at the age of 15 to 19, send them to me. Or you could contact Gigi as well, because we collabed on that. And then we'll see what we can do as far as getting them into the Young Millionaire Academy, so we could teach these young kids, because they're the future. You know what we always say, Dad, I wish I knew this information when I was that age. So instead of me just saying it, I'm actually doing it. Make sense? So those are the 3 things that I got going for yourself. And then other than that, when it comes to IML stuff like that, you got Gigi here. She's one of the best leaders you can have. She go hard for her team. She'll help you, 1, learn the market, right? So if at any given time you feel like you don't want to depend on IML anymore, you still be able to free your family. She doesn't handicap you in a way of, hey, you need to be dependent on me. No, see, you're dependent on her, but see, her main goal is to make you independent, okay? So you can learn for yourself, and she generally wants you to be free, okay? That's 1. And secondly, if you're open to learning how to get residual income, she's great, and she'll go hard for you and basically present this to your peoples the proper way. So some of your peoples could get involved, and then you get a residual income too. Make sense? But do not go into it saying, hey, I'm looking for residual income. Go into it saying, how many people out there truly need this opportunity that I need to present this to? Make sense? If you go in with a helping hand, what do you think will happen in return?
Help in return.
You get blessed. Make sense? But if you go in and talk to everybody, you see dollar signs on top of the heads, what do you think going to happen?
You ain't gonna get blessed.
You ain't going to get blessed at all. Make sense? Stop looking at people as dollar signs and look at people as, wait a minute, I could generally change this person out. There's somebody out there right now praying on hands and knees for an opportunity. Imagine if my friend never posted those $50 that he was making consistently. I wouldn't be in position that I am right now, a year later, basically. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. So if you're looking for, if you need mentorship, you feel like it could be and I do not accept everybody, just to let everybody know that now, right? Because I give lifetime mentorship. I don't accept everybody. So what I mean by that is I control who I give my energy to and who I let into my inner circle, right? So you could DM me the word ForexNChill, and I could basically, I'll give you a discount on my original price. I have a boot camp August 4th, 7 weeks. If you got anybody between the age of 15, 19, hit up me, hit up Gigi. We'll find a way to make them join the group. And I have a channel over there. Grant dropped the channel Mondays and Thursdays. I basically give a free session, okay? All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Gigi, thanks for letting me on. You are a blessing. Keep doing what you're doing. One day you're gonna write a book and inspire the world. All right, G?
I
Appreciate
accept
you.
that.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much, Clint. Tell your wife we appreciate her as always for
Yeah,
allowing
no,
you to spend your Friday night with us.
yeah, no problem. She giving me that eye. I think it's time to work on the baby. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Good night.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
Clint.
guys.
Thank
We
you. Thank you,
always
Clint. Thank you, Gigi.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
y'all.
Thanks, Gigi.
Thank you, everyone. Clint, Gigi.
All right, guys. We always appreciate you for jumping on.
Appreciate
If you're a
Thank you.
guest and you want to learn the basics, the beginning of getting into this Forex market at an affordable price, with all the tools and value that you need, reach out to the person who invited you here tonight. We're all great leaders. We're going to make sure that nobody gets left behind. We'll link you up with a good team to get you in profit as quickly as possible. Have a great night. We love you. Goodbye.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right.